Ndị be anyị ekene m unu ọzọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi tata. Daalụ niile unu si na-esoro anyị ya na-eme na Eastern News 24. Ya na-eme bụ na ọ ya dịrị ndị Igbo na mma. Anyị na-epushi ka Igbo dị n'otu, ka anyị Igbo dị n'otu, ka anyị mara nwanne anyị. Anyị wabi anyị na-eme. Ma dịka o si dị, before anyị jee n'ihe eji maka ya wee bịa n'ụbọchị nketa, anyị na-akpọ morning tea from the office of Biafran Prime Minister. Ife anyị chọọ ka anyị kọwasịalụ unu ndị Igbo. Dịka o si dị, onye Igbo m na-ege ntị, achọrọ m ka anyị dị n'otu, ka a chịkọọ n'ọnụ, ka a rapụzie ihe na-akọwa anyị ọnụ. Ụmụnne anyị bụ ndị ihe na-eme na Lagos metụta, anyị si unu dajuo unu ka kwuru ohere ịbịa m invest na eastern part of Biafra land. Unu ka were ohere ịbịa m invest. Ma dịka o si dị, ka egosi unu ihe Prime Minister Biafra Republic Government na-eze anyị nke bụ onye isi bụ Maazị Simon Ekpa kwuru. Unu ga-esi ebe ifo na drop right comment unu on the comment section below. All right, over to you, sir.
Voiceless. I rose up to say enough is enough. You have killed enough, and somebody have to do something. That is the sabotage they are talking about. The sabotage that the terrorist Nigerian army we are talking about today is that Simon Ekpa rose up to stop the Islamization of Biafrans, to stop the expansion of the Islamic State in the eastern region of Nigeria. That is the sabotage they are talking about. And if that is what they know to be sabotage, I will be sabotaging them 100 times a week, 200 times a day, 300 times a week, as long as we continue to remain and fight for our freedom from Nigeria. This particular sabotage is globally acceptable. Biafra people, it will continue to be that the Biafra Liberation Army will fight to defend the defenseless children, innocent children and women that are dying every day in the hand of the Nigeria terrorist army. And this particular self-defense will continue to be activated in the entire Biafran territory. The wise decision we have made in the Biafra government in exile is to build unbreakable security structure. And now the process of building a liberal democracy in the de facto government is as well as alliances and the hard work of our people have enabled the Biafra government in exile to achieve a phenomenal success we see today. As you see them crying today at National Assembly, when we tell you a lot is going on, you can understand what it means. Biafrans all over the world, this evening, I'm very privileged to address you. Our target as a nation is to escape from the horrendous poverty and deprivation inflicted on us by the Nigeria state and Britain. Today, they have increased the poverty by demolition of the Biafra properties in Lagos. This demolition is not stopping anytime soon. In case, for those of you who are staying in different parts of Lagos thinking it is not coming to you, the target is to crush the economy of the Biafra people. We have been there before. We will overcome again. For you to overcome as a Biafran in Lagos, you must listen and obey the directive coming from the Biafra Republic government in exile. And that directive says, relocate your businesses back to Biafra land, where your security will be guaranteed, irrespective of whatever we are doing to make sure we evict Nigeria and delegitimize Nigeria within Biafra land. It is not about you. The reason we are fighting today is to make Biafra land a safer place for you and your children. Like I said, This demolition going on in Lagos is not going to stop anytime soon. So we continue to call on Biafrans in Lagos to start to relocate back to Biafra land, where your security of life and properties will be guaranteed. The stark difference between the Biafra Republic government in exile of today that opted for armed struggle. I said the difference between the Biafra Republic government in exile today that opted for armed struggle in self-defense and pursue the liberation of the Biafra people from Nigeria and other Nigeria political pressure group called IPOB Nigeria that choose to support Nigeria during election, and they even have a candidate. In each election, this IPOB Nigeria support a candidate in every election. After their candidate has lost monumentally, they will come back to start shouting Biafra. The difference could not be any clearer than what happened in the entire 2023 electoral process. Nonetheless, still rampant are the ignorant anti-Biafra that blindly follows this IPOB Nigeria, who are now copying our system they know nothing about. When you are not educated, when you are not learned, when you did not study for your exam, you go to the exam hall to start copying somebody. When the person knows exactly what he or she is writing, you are copying. You do not know the source, you do not know how he arrived at whatever he or she is writing, and you copy. You are copying to failure. Why we are doing what we are doing today, they know nothing about it. Yet, they copy whatever we do. They distort fact and public opinion for the interest of Nigeria. Not for the interest of Biafra, but for the interest of Nigeria. They distort fact and public opinions. And then also, they disrupt our society through their manipulative propaganda. I want Biafra people to understand that the level the Biafra liberation is now has never attained this level in the history of Biafra since after the war. In a divided nation, the confrontation between the liberal democracy, which is what we, the Biafra Republic government in exile, and the Biafra de facto government are bringing to the Biafra people, and the idiot, like the IPOB Nigeria, the illiterate. What the difference is the reality you see today. And the activities of those anti-Biafra group are likely to persist for a while, but will disappear soonest before our self-referendum. Do not give a supporting hand to anything that will delay and disrupt the template we are using for the restoration and independent state of Biafra. By giving a voice or giving your channel or your platform for idiotic people who knows nothing about freedom fighting. As the Nigerian government uses them to attack our associates, also to use them to attack our societies, alliances, they take full advantage of the corrupt entity to enrich themselves. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in the DSS dungeon, that is the way they survive. You must not aid, abet the atrocities that they are committing in Biafra land. The IPOB Nigeria have always disguised themselves as Biafra activists, human rights advocates, or a progressive activist, while engaging in a very despicable and unethical tactics and false propaganda. Their target is to drive the interest of the Nigeria representative in Biafra territory. We must never succumb to the forces of the terrorist Nigeria state, tyrannic and economics, the totalitarianism we must not also be deceived by those who follow and serve them. The tyrannic communists of the Nigerian state must not be supported in any way. At this particular critical juncture, having faith is of utmost importance. Fellow friends, I call you today to increase your faith in the Biafra Republic Government in Exile and the Biafra de facto government. We must stand united in the spirit of solidarity with an enduring conviction that freedom and democracy will always prevail. Since I took office as the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, my administration has vigorously sought cooperation on security and cutting-edge technology with countries, groups, organizations that share universal value of freedom, human rights, and the rule of law. Share the same value with us. On Biafra Ambazonia Helsinki Declaration, as partners that cooperate on security and the economy of the both nations, Biafra and Ambazonia will be able to jointly contribute to peace and prosperity across the globe, while collaborating and exchanging in a future-oriented manner. Notably, the significance of Biafra Ambazonia Helsinki Declaration, the bilateral or security cooperation, is increasingly growing on the Bakassi Peninsula and in the entire region. As you can see today, the presence of the Biafra forces, especially the naval wing of the Biafra, is increasing, like I've assured Biafrans a few weeks ago, that we are going to increase the presence of the Biafra forces in Bakassi Peninsula in order to fundamentally lock Nigeria and Cameroon, lock the genocide that these two evil countries are committing against both countries. The Confederate State of Biafra and Ambazonia must closely cooperate on reconnaissances, assets, and share both Cameroon and Nigeria Terrorist Army and other forces data in real time. In real time, to be able to tackle and deal with them whenever necessary. With the renewed Cameroon invasion of Bakassi Peninsula, which has triggered an automatic and immediate intervention and retaliation by the Biafra forces, as we have seen and read in the news a few days now. The Biafra naval is sufficiently equipped with necessary land and sea capabilities to engage the terrorists coming from the Cameroon. My fellow Biafrans, since my inauguration, the government of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile has been working tirelessly to protect our territory, defend our women and our children, and also to evict the Nigeria Terrorist Army from Biafra land. That particular move and operation is yielding a very tremendous result, as you can see today. You know, they have been hiding it. They hide it from the media. They never reported what is going on, the war between Biafra and Nigeria. This will continue until the declaration of Biafra. The journey of the Confederate State of Biafra has just begun. It is a quest for freedom that will bring us not only freedom, but also peace and prosperity. We should now embrace our historic mandate, contributing with responsibility to the freedom, peace, and prosperity of the citizens around the world, where Biafra has been achieved. To fulfill this, and fulfill this calling, the journey we have embarked on long ago in search of freedom must. We are no longer alone in our journey. My fellow Biafrans, our friends and partners from all over the world stand with us and support us. As a Biafran citizen, I am proud of you all, very, very proud of all of you, those who have contributed financially, those who have brought ideas, those who have invested their time, those who have done a lot, including putting their life online. I am very proud of all of you, and I am proud of us, because we, Biafrans, came all the way together, both in times of hardship and in time of glory. We are pushing forward together in search of our freedom that will bring peace and tranquility to our people. We will push until the end. Today, I want to present to you just a few minutes video of what transpired with the terrorist state as the terrorist security chiefs as they visited their green chamber. The Nigeria Television Authority deliberately did not allow the video while they were making this report. So you see the fear and the defeat in their faces. They cut the video. They didn't allow you who call yourself Nigerians to listen to their idiotic and moronic chief of security staff or whatever they call themselves, garnishing, talking rubbish in the name of calling for Finland. Did they tell them that Finland support terrorists? Did they tell them that Finland support crimes? What I'm doing is something I am protected under international law. And I will continue to fight because I know that what I'm doing is right. To make sure that my people are not butchered. To make sure that our women and children are not killed like before. And this will continue until I will pronounce the redeclaration of the Biafra independence. And it is going to happen in all of them in their lifetime. For those who have gone to the Biafra land and they will survive, they will be alive to hear the redeclaration of Biafra. Now watch. They deliberately cut the video. They couldn't allow you to watch how this idiot, how this terrorist in uniform, how this rehabilitated terrorist, and those who are swear oath of allegiance to the Boko Haram and ISWAP, how they were crying inside National Assembly. And they are not ashamed to be calling Simon Ekpa. These are the people who you put your security and life in their hand. Criminals. They are the security chief in the 102.
The Speaker, House of Representatives, Deputy Speaker, leadership of the House, members of the House of Representatives, I stand before you this morning with the greatest respect and honor to this hallowed chamber. My name is General Christopher Gwabin Musa, the Chief of Defense Staff, Armed Forces of Nigeria. By the virtue of my appointment, I coordinate the activities of the armed forces together with all security agencies. Let me start by firstly appreciating God Almighty for the opportunity to be here this morning, for also appreciating the House for giving us the opportunity to be here. I wish to also state that we, on behalf of the security forces, regret the incidents of last week that we're not able to be here in person. It was not on purpose, it was not personal. Basically, because of the challenges we're having, most of us were not available, and that's why we felt it was, since the date had been fixed, the chiefs of operations to attend. But we have taken correction, and we assure you of our dedication, commitment to service, and to the greatest respect to this hallowed chamber. That we know the relevance and the importance of the House of Reps. Your success is our success, and we will not ever take that for granted. I want to thank you very much for this opportunity, sir.
That is the end of what NTA posted to their fellow Nigerians to watch. Does it make any sense? They came to report, they came to brief the National Assembly, and all they could do is the apology coming from the illiterate terrorists. Now, fellow Biafrans, I want to assure you that the Biafra Republic government in exile is in charge of Biafra territory. Our people love us, will enjoy their loyalty because Biafra Republic government in exile is the only legitimate government they know. What these people do to our land and to our women and children is to come to kill them. People that committed no crime, people that doesn't even know anything about the agitation. They come, they kill them with AK-47 in order to instill fear and terror on our people. Of course, they doesn't go back each time they do this. Most of our times, we get them down. The promise that we are making to Biafra people today is that any place going forward where any kid, any children, or most of our children are killed, the state will be visited with heavy consequences. Be it in Imo State, be it in Anambra, be it in Ebonyi, be it in Odo Enugu, be it in Cross River, be it in River State, any place where any Biafran is killed by the bullet of the Nigerian terrorist army, Biafrans, the Biafran Liberation Army, the resistance fighters, we will mobilize all fighting.
Anybody because the other kid in there and Kediki Biabukuni Sinesura and Megasi na Eastern is 24. I see no Gadigo Gachi, nature that wow. A try could acquire did it. He said, I want to go Prime Minister Biafran public government in Ezaibo, my Saman Bakuru. Because an uncle could never update to Boba Stamaki name and Anibo. And the teacher, Nemena, Torodanyam, can Eastern Dijon. I cannot drop pro there, na Eastern is 24. I do kinege before Kabakwaro share, Kodutakumu 9 dozo, Nebedi Chichaka, Iboga di because since in Iboyana, I chose na Nigeria, I chose in Debo. All the things say made because in the Megan, I chose in Debo. So, Okaman Ibona, Kibotichuko for no. I been Korea. Agwe na ghọta dịka anyị na-eche maka onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu pụtara mkpọrọ, anyị dịkwana mkpa anyị ga-eti ya n'ekpere ka Chukwuka bịa ma lụọ ọrụ ya niile ka o si wee kwụsị. Otu anyị kwuru otu aka ya dịrịrị. Ise. Thank you and once again stay tuned at Eastern News 24. Ka emesịa nọ debe anyị.